While we are starting this month off with a full moon shining a spotlight down on you, Aquarius, the astrology of August is actually very centered around your relationships and commitments. It's actually very possible that there is a new person stepping in the picture this month, and it may even be the case that this person is causing you to rethink relationships overall. If you're excited for this month's reading, then definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. For those of you who are brand new to my channel, my name is Michael, and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. For those of you who are ready for a deep dive, you can find all of my links in the description box down below for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions, as well as all of my other social media accounts. As I'm shuffling the cards for you, Aquarius, I'm just going to give my quick disclaimer that these are general readings, meaning not all the messages that come forward are going to be meant for all of you. It's up to your own intuition and discernment to figure out what applies to your own life and what should be left behind for somebody else. If this reading doesn't resonate, nothing went wrong. It's just not meant for you at this time, but you're more than welcome to check out your moon or rising sign videos, as there may be guidance and messages for you there as well. Looking at the astrology this month feels really, really important. August is a very intensive month, so I'm going to be talking about these themes and sharing some key dates with you as we pull the cards. I did kind of talk about this in the intro just a moment ago, but we do have a full moon in Aquarius on August 1st, and so we're really starting off this month with you front and center stage. There could quite literally be a lot of attention on you, but this could also be a time where you are letting go or releasing an old sense of identity or self. So there is kind of this transformative or catalyst moment that is happening right at the beginning of this month, which is quite interesting. Overall, when I'm looking at the astrology for August, it really does feel like the first part of August is getting shit done. It's very focused on being productive, especially when we're looking later on this month, when we have Mercury going retrograde, Uranus going retrograde. We'll have 6 retrograde planets by the end of this month. And so it's really a good idea to get what you need to get done early. Just a friendly FYI. Looking at the cards here, we do actually have the Fool coming out for you, as well as the 7 of Wands. I really do feel like there is just this new lease on life for you, Aquarius, and I feel like you're kind of glowing. And there are people who are looking at you, but I don't feel like all of the attention is necessarily great, because it almost feels like you're defending yourself, or there's so much that's happening at once, it might feel a bit uncomfortable. And, maybe you feel overwhelmed with all the attention that is on you. That's actually one way of looking at this for sure. We do also have Mars in Virgo trining Jupiter in Taurus. For you, these are the areas of your life that are connected to home, as well as the way you exchange energy, whether that is financial, material, spiritual. I feel like some of you are very focused on your home, renovating your home, or maybe even making a move. There could also be something that is going on with your family right now. But overall, this feels very healing and very expansive to me. Some of you are even just investing in your foundation or in your roots at the start of this month. And that might be why it feels like you are defending something with the 7 of Wands here. We do also have Mercury in Virgo opposite Saturn in Pisces. This is most powerful on August 3rd. And this could really represent feeling this kind of push and pull with finances and trying to figure out where you are investing your energy or your resources again. That's something that could really be coming up. And, I really feel like overall, there's also this theme this month of you getting out of your comfort zone. I really see that with Virgo energy in particular. And we will have Mercury go retrograde in Virgo on the 23rd, the same day that Virgo season begins. So the seasons this summer are really, really interesting, because we started off Leo season with Venus retrograde in Leo, And that's really making this Leo season very different. It's much more about reevaluation and reassessing things. And then Virgo season kind of starts off on a very chaotic note as well, with Mercury going retrograde, causing disruptions to our day-to-day life, miscommunications and misunderstandings. The seasons just feel different. They just do. But I really feel like part of you moving through this is you becoming more comfortable with things that feel taboo or things that feel outside of your wheelhouse. Kind of lowering your mask, lowering your ego with the King of Wands in reverse. And getting more vulnerable. Interesting. 3 of Cups in reverse as well. Why is the 3 of Cups here? Interesting. Why is the 3 of Cups here? Three of Cups, Ace of Wands. You know what I'm actually getting from this? I feel like some of you have been in situations where you have been cheated on in the past, or there was some sort of infidelity, and that really disrupted your sense of trust. And if this isn't a romantic cheating or like an infidelity, it's like someone betrayed your trust. Someone went behind your back and was talking to other people or gossiping. And it felt like there was a passion. It felt like there was a real spark there. I feel like some of you really have dealt with shitty relationships. I'm just going to be honest. And that's probably something that you're thinking a lot about with Venus retrograde in your 7th house of Leo, which is about partnerships, relationships. And that might feel why you have to defend yourself. What else do we have for Aquarius? What else is going on? Again, I really do feel like you are building very strong foundations for yourself this month. And I think the 10th, when Mercury is in Virgo, trining Jupiter in Taurus, there is this building of a foundation. Interesting. There is this building of a foundation, really having like a long-term plan for your stability is important. There's a lot of long-term planning that's happening this month as well, especially financial plans. I did just get the 5 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you've dealt with very immature energy in the past. I'm super sorry, Aquarius, if this is resonating. And this might not even be recent at all, but there's just something about this month in August where it's like you're realizing that the way you might connect with other people or relate to other people, or some of the defense mechanisms or walls that you have, really were informed by past experiences. And that's becoming very, very pronounced for you, which is interesting. And I think there could also be stuff from childhood that's coming up as well, because Taurus represents your childhood, your upbringing. Very interesting energy. I'm curious to see what else comes out here. We have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Beautiful. Very beautiful energy. I feel like there's really beautiful people in your life this month, Aquarius. And you're also following your own heart. You're becoming more comfortable being vulnerable and expressing yourself and being true to your emotions. It feels like you're kind of letting some walls down. You're also very, very intuitive this month as well. And I think that is also Virgo energy for you. You're seeing things that are usually hidden. And I think even with Mercury retrograde, you're going to be uncovering some truths this month and in September. So your intuition is very strong. And I do feel like there's a beautiful relationship here or coming in with the Knight of Cups. Someone wants to be more connected with you. But what's interesting with the Knight and Queen of Cups is they're back to back right now. It's like they're not seeing eye to eye. So maybe you're not aware of this person who is seeking you out. We do have the Sun coming together with Venus in Leo, your 7th house of relationships. Again, it's a big part of the month for you. This could be a really good time for you to manifest a relationship. That might be what this Queen of Cups and Knight of Cups represents. And if you're not interested in a relationship or you're already in a relationship, then maybe this is just you finding another type of partnership or contract or situation that is aligned with your heart and your spirit. What else do we have for Aquarius? We have the Chariot with the Two of Pentacles. Things are starting to get bumpy, I think, towards the end of this month. And it's kind of rolling with the punches when I see the Two of Pentacles and the Chariot. There's some sort of transition that is happening in your life right now. We do have the Two of Cups as well. This is also a very strong relationship indicator. I feel like there is either, for those of you who are single and looking for relationships, I do feel like there is a relationship that's coming in and it might be coming in very, very quickly and unexpectedly, and it doesn't even feel like very convenient timing, if I'm being honest. Because there is some sort of change or move that could be happening. Someone might be moving, or there's just a change in someone's life. For others of you, maybe if you are in a relationship or very connected to someone, there's a deepening of a connection that's happening as you are moving forward in a similar direction together. You are going through a change or transition together, and that's ultimately bringing you closer. And even though Venus is retrograde in Leo this month, I do feel like with the Cazimi in Leo, as well as the new moon in Leo on the 17th, there really is the potential of a growing relationship or connection that actually feels very aligned, and like you might be afraid of it or doubting it. I feel like you can trust this person, you can trust this relationship. And that's really, really interesting. I will also say with the new moon in Leo on the 17th, this is actually forming a square with Uranus and Taurus. So again, I was talking about like someone might be moving and or going through some sort of transition or change in their personal life. And that might feel like a red flag or an obstacle, but I don't think it has to be. And then what is the advice for the end of August? Where is all of this going? We have the Seven of Cups. Seeing things from different perspectives. You know, this is literally what I said at the beginning. I feel like for a lot of you, there is this relationship or this person that's coming in and it's making you completely challenge and change your beliefs around relationships, or around partnerships or working with other people. Because again, everyone has different situations. These are general readings. But I feel like there is an important person who is changing the way that you think about partnerships, whether that is romantic, business, creative, or otherwise. And it's making you feel like you can connect or work with people. Wow, wow, wow. And the Hierophant. Some of you are also really sorting through traditions as well, with Jupiter and Uranus being so active in Taurus this month. There's a lot of stuff coming up from your upbringing. I'm just going to say it, you guys. This is a marriage card, the Hierophant. I really feel like some of you are meeting or connecting with a very important person that could potentially lead into a long-term commitment. Or again, like, if love just is not your thing, that's not what you're interested in right now, you could be going into business with someone or joining some sort of organization with someone or founding something with someone, because the Hierophant represents institutions. It represents tradition. It represents something that is larger than the sum of one person. And so I feel like there's a lot of possibilities here. Your mind is just being very opened right now. This person could even just be like a teacher or some sort of mentor for you, honestly. What else do we have for Aquarius? Kind of looking at the end of the month, I think there's some things to just kind of watch out for. We do have a kind of interesting astrology on the 22nd where there could either be like too much of a good thing or doing things to excess, being very reactive. That's because we have Mars in Virgo opposite Neptune in Pisces. This is sort of a neurotic or crazy kind of energy. The more you're trying to force things or make things happen, you almost get like delusional about it. We also have Venus in Leo squaring Jupiter in Taurus. So again, like, don't rush into things. Don't get too swept up into things. Like, don't get so swept up in the fantasy, actually, with the Seven of Cups. You might be meeting someone who's really, really important, but honestly, how I really want to explain this to you, Aquarius, is just because this person feels like a good connection, it doesn't mean that it's like jump straight into marriage or anything like that. See where this goes, be open, especially if this is kind of all unfolding around the 22nd. If this is happening more around the 13th and 17th, I think you can kind of explore these possibilities a little bit more. But it feels like around the 22nd, this is a time to just really be mindful of, especially since the next day Mercury goes retrograde the same day the Sun enters Taurus. And so this Mercury season for you, there's a lot of shadow work I think that you're doing. There's a lot of uncovering that you are doing. You're kind of cleaning the skeletons out of your closet, or, just, healing yourself, becoming aware of things, and dynamics. And that might be why you're working with some sort of like mentor or therapist or guide or teacher. It gets a little messy. Honestly, of course, the end of Leo season ends off on a very dramatic and over-the-top note. So I kind of can't help but laugh at that as an astrologer. And then Virgo season, there's a lot of reflection. There's a lot of rethinking. And honestly, like letting go of control, which is really hard for Virgo. So that's interesting that this energy is kind of playing out at that time as well. Don't think that you're going to have your life all planned out by the end of this month. It's actually really important to be flexible during this time. And we also end off this month with a full moon in Pisces. And for you, this really could represent a change for you financially or in your security. Some of you are getting out of your comfort zone with the Six of Swords here. Some of you really could be moving or, wow, yeah, walking away from a home or a space with the Five of Swords. Definitely let me know if you're moving or thinking about moving or buying a home. There's like some sort of new chapter that you're moving towards. And you are walking away from another situation in order to do so. But this specifically feels like something that's part of your routine life, something that's part of your comfort zone. So that's very, very interesting. You might be letting go of certain things, actually. Making space for something new. Anything else with this full moon in Pisces? Any other messages? You could be the recipient of windfall or generosity. There could be a little gift that is coming in with the Six of Pentacles. Or you might actually be supporting another person during this time as well. It could be even like a full circle sort of energy where someone supported you and you are now supporting that person or somebody else. You're able to pay it back. But I feel like there is this spirit of generosity around this full moon in Pisces. And that makes a lot of sense for you, Aquarius. Because I do feel like having Pisces as your second house ruler, you are very giving. You know, you are naturally someone who wants to share abundance. You want to share it with the collective. And so it's interesting to kind of see that with this full moon here. I feel like you're moving forward. And you're moving forward even if that feels a little uncomfortable or scary. But I do feel like there is assistance. There are people helping you. And I'm sorry if you're hearing that beeping out in the street. Are there any other messages? I really don't think so, other than there's the sun at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot of happiness, there's a lot of joy, there's a lot of love. I really feel like there's a new life that's beginning for you this month, Aquarius. And I think you're just riding on this really positive wave, and that doesn't mean that it won't get choppy at times, but overall the energy feels really, really good. And I kind of just want to leave it at that. I hope that this was helpful for you, Aquarius. Definitely be sure to hit like and subscribe. I appreciate all of the continued support for this channel. Your comments and engagement all help this channel grow. So however you support this channel really means a lot to me because it helps me continue putting out these messages for all of you. You can also find links in the description box, again, for personal readings or distance Reiki sessions. You can schedule those on my website. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Aquarius, and have a happy and blessed August.